Voila, looks beautiful. I love those textures. Great. I have trained Michelle kind of how to be able to know what is wrong, what's not with her hair. She never had her hair thinned out when she first came to me. So I thinned it out the first time a little, but she was a little uncomfortable at first. She was like, I'm not sure about that. But the next time she came in, she's like, you know what? I actually liked it. I actually got used to it and it was really good. So now she's learned her own hair really, really well. And that is huge because she's going to be able to direct me. And then I could tell her, well, that might not be good, or this might be good. Or so we really work together as a team. I feel like that's what you start building with your customers, is learning how to be a team. You need to listen to them, what they're looking for. So important. Okay. But you also need to be the doctor to give them the answers for what they're looking for, because that's our profession. Me knowing her hair is so thick I couldn't get my fingers through it necessarily, my first instinct is, gotta thin it out. I need to make room in that hair for the hair to move. See, we've thinned it out already, so look how good I could run my fingers through it. If I hadn't done that, her hair would get stuck. Your fingers would actually like get a little stuck in there. So she's really, and that's why I feel like we're able to grow her hair out. If I wouldn't have done that, it would have been very hard because it starts to get too bushy looking. So now it's like, it's growing in beautiful. When she puts her gel in, she has this beautiful separation through her hair, but only because we thinned it out with those thinning shears. So right now she told me that there's certain spots that are difficult for her, usually back here. This is her stronger spot right here. Okay. Because the ear, and this side part kind of clumps up together right back here. This is a troubled area for many people. All right. So what we do here is we're going to actually almost cut this different than we will the rest of their hair. And I will actually take that and literally cut this. I'm going to cut this right on spot. Get this hair out of the way. Okay. And her little flips here, I'm going to just kind of cut them right straight on. You know, I'm going to take some bulk out of here because this is the hardest hardest spot, I want to say. And I'm just going to cut into it a little bit. I'm not going to blend it with anything else. It's just going to be its own little piece. But you will see it will look balanced because of her curly hair and because this is going to go back. I'm just getting this big extra thick piece out of here. Now I'll just go about the haircut the way I normally would do it. She wants just a little off the length and just a little thinning out because it's really nice right now. So you only do a little. So we'll start and I'm going to come in front of her. This is my favorite way to section hair. And I'm going to do it because she could do this to the side, either side or straight back. I love to do it right in the middle. So I have a beautiful 2-inch section right there. I'm going to take it from the first part. Remember, she told me she wanted length. Remember, I'm just going to go straight forward and texture that hair. I could cut it straight, but I like to just cut corners. Why take forever? People don't have time. Now I'm going to cut little pieces up top here too, just to make it even more notchy. Her hair can afford it because it's curly. And it just makes hair softer. See those little tiny notches? And you're taking about a 1/2 inch of a section. You blend the first one to the back one. Blend it right in the middle. You're going to kind of grab that hair right in the middle. And you don't have to get that other hair out of the way. It won't blend in there. It won't get in there anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. And just be careful you don't cut yourself. These are very sharp scissors, and your scissors matter. The sharper the scissors, I paid like $500 for these scissors. Remember something, if you want to do great haircuts, you got to invest in yourself. Get a great pair of scissors and you will do great hair. Even like good knives that cut meat and all that, listen, you pay more money for something that really works well. They're so sharp. Listen, they get little, I'm doing little tiny, tiny notches. When I'm doing hair like Michelle's, I like my nice, sharp, pointy little scissors because I like to cut in the hair more. I like to make sure I'm getting all those ends. You're making little points, and that will just make extra points. So once I finish this section here, I'm gonna come on that side, but I'm gonna actually come down this way, and I'll do this whole section here. I will take this and blend it, and I'm gonna go around her hair. Actually, around her head shape is what I'm gonna do. So I will take that middle section, a section from there, and I will work around her head shape. Then I'm gonna take the next section, do the same thing, cut into it, cut little tiny pieces, cut into it, cut little tiny pieces, okay, until that's all done. And then I'm gonna come down to the bottom and I'm gonna just taper it in a little bit. Because remember, she just wants a little bit of length. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'll start over here first. And because I'm actually doing this, I could actually cut into it so I don't have to thin it back out. I don't have to go back through it again with the thinning shear. I could actually take a couple extra pieces and go into it a little too. I didn't necessarily want to do it so much on the top, but I will do it right here. These are the two hardest sections right here, the most thickest for everybody's hair. And then I let her look at it too. After I'm done, I'm gonna let her look at it and she feels it and touches. She's so good at telling me and communicating with me. Like that's, I think, the best thing when your customers are allowed to be able to communicate with you. Don't be so rigid and thinking you have all the answers. You don't. You know, we're just gonna learn their hair and try to get to do the best style that's the best for them. And with change too, you always wanna try something new eventually, and you give them options. Options are important. So, Michelle, this is the side. I want you to touch it and see like that difficult part. I didn't do your back yet. And how about your top? Nice? Good. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this side. And then we'll finish the back. This is definitely a thick spot here. I'm gonna kind of come in a little more. You'll feel it too. Always remember that. When you're doing hair, make sure it's like, feels the same as it did on the other side. The thickness, the movement. So because I know that I just did this section, now I'm coming down this section, and basically it's lines coming down this way. And as long as you're blending this line with this line, once you grab them together, you'll always have it balanced. And when you check it, that's when you'll get to see. And most of the time, because you've been doing it for so long, in the beginning you could use lines though. So if you're struggling or you're having a hard time, you can push that hair out of the way and do very nice, neat lines if you need to. And this is called freestyle hair cutting. You're doing it per person and to their own hair, what they have. And the funny thing is, nobody's the same. Everybody has different hair, different texture. So even if you did the same exact haircut, it would look different on somebody else. And this is her little trouble spot. Not as much as the other side is, because I feel like the other side's a little curly. So I'm just gonna cut that out of there. It's not so bulky right there. And I'm gonna grab it this way like I did on the other side. Just kinda, oh, it feels so good. And when you check it, you're gonna come this way and you check it that way. You could always cut a little more if you feel like it's too like smooth and too together, but it looks great. You want it to be nice and textured like that. Okay, now I'm gonna go in the back. So what I'm gonna do is, remember my imaginary line, I'm gonna come down this way, do it like that, come down this way, do it straight down, come down, and then from here too. And you're always taking a section from the top because we just did the top already. If you're unsure about your section, check it. And then you'll know, check it, you come this way and that's how you check to know that you're doing it pretty much the same. And put our head down. This is kind of a little harder to grab. So you just kind of go on an angle a little bit. But we still, remember, we're still growing her hair out, so we're not cutting it all off. Trim, or I call this a dusting. And if you can't grab it that way, you can always grab it this way and do it up, just so you know. Now I'm gonna connect this side with this back, and so you check it this way. Just make sure that, you know, and the good part is like, it's always balanced. It's never like this perfect line because you always soften those lines. And remember, this is that extra little part here. So this is gonna be a little shorter anyway. So you don't have to worry about that necessarily blending as long as it's not too long. You know, like this was the part right here. I cut little tiny notches in there. So this way she could still wear this up a little because that's how she does it. And I'm gonna come the other side. And it's funny because it's so thick. So I'm gonna notch that out until you feel it move. See how instantly when I do it, it just stands right up. It'll do whatever I want it to do. It performs well. And you can over thin somebody's hair out. So just always remember too, there's the balance. You do a little, check it, feel it. If it still feels too thick, do a little bit more. All right, Michelle, I want you to feel, honey, this back right here. Tell me if you want me to do a little bit more. Feels good. Right there. Because I could just cut those curls off a little, but you want a little bit left, right?
A little bit. I think good.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna check it now. I just want to check this. Yep, looks great. Looks great. Looks great. Just little tiny things. And when you check it too, make sure you go up this way, and then you're gonna go up this way and check, and then you're gonna go up this way and check. So now we're going this way. It's great, and it's okay that it's piecey. And then what you could do too is just check both of these sides. Just feel it and try to pull them out. I think this side just a little bit more I have to do. Haircut's never over until you're fully done. And we don't really dry Michelle's hair. We put like a really great gel in there and slick it back. All right, Miss Michelle, you are all set. What kind of gel? Should we use our multi-styling gel?
What do you recommend?
Yeah, that's what I love. I will show you. And for a haircut like this, definitely because her hair is has like good texture in it, it could get on the face. So just make sure you just nice and lightly brush off their face. Okay, just close your eyes. Get all those little baby hairs off. And I put a little bit of powder on there because powder instantly wipes sand away, hair away. Powder does a lot of good stuff. Okay, so this is, I'm gonna use Bumble and Bumble Multi Sculpting Gel. Probably the size of a quarter. And she loves to put her hair slicked back. Michelle, you kind of go over the side a little bit too, right?
I do.
And it looks beautiful. Oh, I love it. And see, so look, we leave her little back. I'm gonna take this off of her. Okay, let me show. Voila, looks beautiful. I love those textures. Great.